in conclusion as we get to the end of the hearing here. We basically have lost control of our borders. We have somewhere between 11 and I've heard 15 million people here who are illegal entrants. Is that correct? Anyone? Is that the range? Yes or no?
The usual number is 11 million. Yes.
11 to 15. I've heard 11 to 15.
Yeah, sir, so actually, the number that I've always heard is 11 and actually declining, sir.
Yeah, okay, 11 to 15. Everybody pretty much agrees. So we'll just take it at 11. And about half of those people here overstayed a visa or a tourist thing or student, I'm told. They're just round numbers. And the others just came across the border illegally in that range. Rodriguez? About that range?
That's consistent with what I understand,
thank you.
Congressman.
The President's executive, and we're talking about a visa, controlling our visas and the visa waiver control. And we have here about 4 to 6 million people in that range who've overstayed their visa. The biggest visa waiver program in the history of mankind is the Obama waiver. He gave executive order to allow those people to stay in spite of their being here illegally. Isn't that correct?
Yes,
President, it's correct. The President gave an executive order.
We're not implementing because the court has stopped us, but we are.
We had to go to court, but he implemented. Again, we've got and you've got hundreds or thousands of them that are illegals. It's your job, Mr. Rodriguez, to deport some of those people. And I see that numbers of people, the removals has actually, where's my figures here? Each year, let's go. 2008, 244,000 removed. 2013, 133,000. 2014 last year, we're down to 104,000. These figures basically correct?
We are, they sound right to me.
These are
We are exercising our prosecutorial.
And it's not a question of resources. We've provided enough money to deport up to 400,000, which was the request we had from you. So ICE is doing less with more resources. In fact, criminal alien arrests have declined by 11% between 2012 and 2013. Are you aware of that, Mr. Rodriguez? Is it your job to deport these people?
No, I am not. It is not my.
Well, I mean, under your Homeland Security.
Certainly the Department of Homeland Security.
Okay.
Removal of.
So we've got illegals here. Ms. Bond, we interviewed that lady, a consular official interviewed the female terrorist from San Bernardino. How many years ago? A couple of years ago?
In 2014.
Last year?
Yes.
Okay. And well. But she came here and she was fully vetted according to the process that we have now. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And she thwarted that process. Is there anything you could recommend to us that we could do to stop that? And if she thwarted it, and we've got hundreds of thousands of people who've entered the United States illegally, and then we have them coming in, you approving them legally, you see why the American people have concerns about what's coming next. Is there any way or anything you could recommend that we could do to change that situation?
We are conducting a very thorough review
Of what took place.
not only of what took place,
do you
I'm sorry,
tape
but
those
also of what it is that
Yeah.
we do. What
Do you
our
tape
process
that
is.
Do you tape that interview?
No,
You don't?
no.
I just wondered if it was taped, if we had any record. Have any of you known anyone who's joined ISIS of the Christian faith? Does anyone know anyone who's involved or in? No? Okay. I just thought I'd ask that question. Well, obviously, we closed the door too late. We also have now information that ISIS has obtained Syrian passport machines. Does anyone know about that? Have they obtained them? Can you disclose that to the committee?
Yeah, I do have some information on that, sir. In August 2015, the State Department received a report of 3,800 stolen Syrian.
No, this is not stolen. There are many stolen. We disclosed today 300,000 lost or misplaced American passports. I'm told that ISIS has captured passport machines in Syria. Is that correct? Does anyone know? Mr. Burson?
Just, there have been, I've seen open source reports to that effect.
Okay. Well, that creates a whole new set of problems. And then you're the refugee screener lady. I was told that you get these Syrian refugees are first vetted by the UN. Is that correct?
UNHCR takes the initial application.
So we're getting our application, our recommended entrance from the UN.
Normally, not 100%, but normally that's true.
Well, I was told, where's the rest of them?
Sometimes if someone comes to attention of the embassy, they could be put into
But
the
that's a
process.
small
That's
percentage.
right. Most come through the UN Refugee
And
Agency.
have you vetted the UN process?
Yeah, we work with them. We
And they are
support it.
checking with Syrians to see if they have any ISIS connections?
We wouldn't check with the Assad regime on what
Well,
those people should be.
but you're saying the UN, they're recommending these people, that's where you're getting them from, and they've told us, don't worry, the UN has approved these people, and we're
They
recommending them
haven't
for
approved
entry
them.
into the
They
United
don't get to
States.
decide whether they come to the United States. They're referring the cases to us to match the things that we've asked them to find.
But again, do you know if the UN is vetting them with Syrian and Assad officials and checking to see if they have ISIS connections?
I hope they don't check with the Assad officials, because some of
Okay.
these people are fleeing Assad's torture chambers.
I recognize Mr. Gosart.